what are some of the best ways to deal with catcalling?
I don't know the resources you have. I don't know what you're capable of. I don't know what your background is. It's very hard for me to give blanket advice. And that's one of the red flags you should look out for in self-defense in general is blanket advice, right? Like, oh, you should do this, right? So if I tell you how to deal with something, how I would deal with it, not that anybody's catcalling me, but if you deal with it how I would deal with it, then you would also have to become a 202 many pound Canadian who's been fighting his whole life, right? So every context is king and every situation is going to be subjective. Every situation is going to have different parameters around it. If it's one time, I would argue ignore it because a cat call doesn't hurt like physically. It might hurt emotionally, might get frustrating. But if it's one time, you could probably walk away. Now, if it's consistent cat calling, so you're walking by people all the time, you may need to deal with this. This is how self-defense works, right? There's lots of times you can walk away, and there's lots of times you just can't walk away because stuff is happening.